In this video, we'll be looking at the beginning of transformations, and more specifically, we'll be focusing on translations. So, transformations is a change in the position, size, or shape of a geometric figure. You might remember that previously when you learned about transformations, when you flip a figure, it's called a reflection. When you do this crazy thing, we're rotating the figure. When you reduce or enlarge a figure, it's called a dilation. And finally, the one we're going to be focusing on in this video is when you slide a figure or move it around, it's called a translation. So let's get some terminology down to help us out. First off, the original figure is called the pre-image. The resulting figure after we do a transformation is called the image. So when we talk about the before, it's the pre-image, the after is the image. So a translation. A translation is a transformation that slides all points in the plane in the same distance in the same direction. It's basically a slide. You're just moving it. When a figure is translated, the image is congruent to the pre-image. So the images stay congruent after a translation. So let's look at a translation. We want to translate triangle ABC, 5 units right and 4 units up. Well, one way you can do is you can look at the graph and say, okay, A needs to go 5 right and 4 up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that would be my new location for A prime. B needs to go 5 right and 4 up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be B prime. And the prime is just saying it's what we do after the translation or the transformation in general. And C needs to go 5 right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can kind of look at translations as just counting and doing the same thing to each object. But of course, we don't want to just sit there. Sorry, it's supposed to be congruent. I didn't get my line straight. We actually want to come up with a way to write the rule for any given translation. So you think 5 right and 4 up. Well, when you're talking left and right on the axis, that's x. So left and right refers to x. Up and down refers to y. So if you're going right 5, you're going to be working with the x. And right is positive. This way is right, so positive. So that's going to be x plus 5. And then up is positive, so y plus 4. That's actually the rule for our translation. So we can actually say negative 5 plus 5 is 0. 2 plus 4 is 6. And let's see, let's check that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, look, it checked out. Negative 7 plus 5 is negative 2. And then negative 3 plus 4 is 1. We're taking our x and adding it to our rule in the x. We're taking our y and adding it to our rule in the y. 2 plus 5 is 7. Negative 5 plus 4 is negative 1. And all those points check out as the same points that we graphed. Now, if you go down on the y, it's going to be minus. And if you go left on the x, it's going to be minus instead of plus. So try this one out. All right, hopefully you paused the video and tried it. Let's see, we're going 2 down and 3 right. Well, let's start with x. X deals with right and left, so that's x over here. So right is positive, so x plus 3. And down is negative, so y minus 2. So negative 7 plus 3 is negative 4. 3 minus 2 is 1. Negative 5 plus 3 is negative 2. Negative 5 minus 2 is negative 7. 2 plus 3 is 5. 5 minus 2 is 3. So if you graph this, you'd have a nice triangle that would be congruent that's been shifted. All right, so Mr. Frog has been translated from A to A prime. What's the rule? Pause it and think about how you'd find the rule for this translation. All right, let's see here. A needs to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to the right to get to A prime. And it needs to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 down to get to A prime. So that means the rule is going to be x plus 9, y minus 9. All right, so a little more practice. Describe each translation as a change in coordinates. So the first one, 3 units right, is going to be x plus 3. and y minus 4. So try these other two out now. All right, so for the x, we got to go 6 left. So x minus 6, because left is negative, and then y plus 8. Here it's going to be x minus 2, y minus 7. Describe each translation in words. So look at this first one. What do you think that would be in words? Well, it's x minus 5, so that means left 5 and up 4. What about this one? Well, plus 3 means right 3 and plus 1 is up 1. Minus 2 for x means left 2, and minus 1 for y is down 1. And finally, when you translate an object, the image is congruent to the pre-image. Make sure you do your homework for translations, and thank you.